Hi everybody, Joe Nielsen here. I want to talk to you a minute about anxiety, panic attacks, and depression. Normally I keep it really light, but I really want to talk about the subject because I myself have suffered from all of these. And I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be afraid to do whatever it is you want to do, or be afraid to go to that next appointment. Job interview. Really? Or leaving your child. Leaving your child while you go to work. Oh, this one I really, really know because I have 4 children. And when I was diagnosed a long time ago in my 20s with depression and anxiety disorder and panic attacks and all that. And I was told back then that I would be on antidepressants for all of my life as soon as I started taking them. And I refused to take them because I really didn't want to be on any medication for the rest of my life. I have a real issue with medication. I hate it. And I did, even back then. I really hated the thought of being on something for the rest of my life. So I tried to figure out ways to how to handle it. If you've watched my blogs before, you've known that I have been suicidal, and I went through a real difficult time in my life. And actually, because of my children is the only reason that I'm still here today, because of my thought process on that. So I want to go back to what I was mentioning about having anxiety and going to work while you have a year-old baby at home. I woke up every single day in anxiety, depression, crying. I just didn't want to leave him. I didn't want to leave my baby. I knew for those 3 long agonizing weeks that I had to change something. I had to. I didn't even know how at that point. And I just left my job. I didn't know how to work anymore. I didn't know how to do anything except I just needed to be home. The anxiety was so bad. I remember like as if it was yesterday. It wasn't that I thought anything was going to happen to him or that he wouldn't get the care that he needed or anything like that. It was just my own thought process that I was going through at whatever time in my life, and I was having such a hard time dealing with what was in front of me that I just couldn't handle it anymore. And it started before I went back to work, where I agonized about going back to work. Had I realized then what I realize now, the old story always goes, I realized I manifested that for myself. I didn't know that at the time. But I'm telling you now, because I dealt with anxiety all my life. I dealt with panic attacks. Driving down the street, everything's fine. I feel perfectly normal as I'm driving in the car. Got my kids in the back, listening to tunes, having a great old time. All of a sudden, strikes, panic attack. I don't even know what to do. I'm in the middle of driving. I can't have a panic attack. How is that possible? But it's possible. It happens. It happened to me. I had to turn around a corner, go into a parking lot, park the car, and stop because I didn't even know what else to do. It was just my full body, everything was in a panic. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to breathe. Didn't know how to do nothing. Okay? I don't know how these began. But at the time I had no idea. Now when I look back, I realize I was not in a happy place in my life. There were so many different things in my lifestyle that I thought I had to do. So many things that we all think we have to do. We get married, we get in a relationship, we have children, we think we're supposed to be in that relationship. We think we're supposed to be there. We're stuck, you know? we're not sure what's going on. Here's my dog coming to check me out, making sure I'm okay. When we get so caught up in what we think is, instead of imagining what we would love to have, there's no wonder we have so many depressed people and so much mental health issues, so many drugs being offered, because we're programmed to think that everything isn't okay. We're programmed to forget about trusting in life. We're taught to forget about faith. We're taught that faith comes from only religion. So anywhere else that we use faith is a religious term. Really? I'm sure the word faith and the feeling of faith was long before religion came around. So let me tell you something. The universe has a plan for you. The universe has a plan for all of us. Once you let go of needing control, once you let go of what you think you are dealing with, once you let go of talking yourself out of things magically happen. They really do. In just the last 6 months, I've been seeing more and more and more magic happening to me. I talk myself into situations. Every time I go out in my car, I tell myself that I'm safe in the universe. It's one of Louise Hay's quotes. I'm safe in the universe. All life loves and supports me. How could you not go wrong, right? There's another one I love to tell myself. The universe loves me, serves me, nurtures me, and wants me to win. I write this down every single day. Every single day. How can things not go right for you if you're saying stuff like that? You will meet people who want to help you. You'll start loving your life again, because you won't be so afraid to take that next step. Even though you don't know what that next step is, you won't be afraid to take it. Anxiety sucks. Panic attack sucks. Depression, it sucks. Big time. Yes, we need to be aware of it. Yes, get some help if you think you need it. If you need somebody to talk to, pick up that phone and talk to somebody. Write an email to somebody. Write an email to me. But let me tell you, it's inside you. Only you can really decide that you're going to change this. Only you can do that. And it takes every single moment to change it. Not just one. You work on this forever and ever. Because you'll be working on you forever. You're not ever going to find who you are. That's something I learned, that I just wanted to always find myself. You're never going to find yourself, because you're always changing yourself, because that's who we are. We create ourselves to recreate ourselves, to recreate ourselves. We're our own masterpiece. So at the end of our lives, when we're laying on our deathbed, we look at ourselves and we go, yes, yes, that's who I wanted to be all along. And that's what it's all about. So if you are watching this video, then it's definitely for you. And I'm telling you, if you're suffering through anxiety, and you're suffering through panic attacks, and you're suffering through depression, then contact somebody or start reading some books. Louise Hay, I Can Do It. How to Heal Your Life. Anything she writes is amazing. Grab one of her books. Start listening to or reading. If you're really into the law of attraction, Esther, Jerry, and Abraham Hicks. So amazing to clue into who you are. Wayne Dyer. Any one of his books. Read it. Because they're amazing. There's so many more people that I could list off. Start following my blog regularly. Join me on Facebook at Life Shift or Life Shift Now, or even connect with just me, Joan Nielsen, and talk to me and tell me what's going on. I'd gladly help you to your next step, because we're all in this together, all of us, and you are so worth it. Make it an amazing day, everybody. It doesn't want to stop for me. I guess it wants me to say more.